Hey there, friends. I hope you are having a safe morning. We had reports of really bad weather further south from us, like in my sister's area down in Atlanta and Fort Mill and in North Carolina. So I'm thinking of all of you down there, thinking of everybody who has been impacted by this tropical storm, Hurricane Zeta. I think that's right? I've got 3 new journals to get into the shop today. The weather is bleak and blue and rainy, but these journals are happy and perky and sassy and ready to live with you. These are our $25 journals. They are a taster journal. So if you've ever wondered what flow journaling is all about, or if you've ever wanted a flow journal and you're thinking, well, maybe yeah, maybe no, this might be the tipping point and make you kind of a journal addict, my friends. So this is, like I said, this is a sampler journal. This is a taster journal. It is designed in a traveler's notebook style, which means it has a round spine on it. Of course, we have the beautiful bead strand here. It's got 2 signatures, 4 pockets. I've counted the papers in here, and then I started adding papers to it. So I imagine you're probably going to get, I don't know, maybe 40-ish pages per signature. But you can tell that that's more than 40 pages and more than 40 pages here. But let's flip through and see what we have here. The joy of a journal like this is that you can remove things. Let's say that this looks like a really good card potential that you would like to expand into a greeting card or birthday card or whatever. You can pull this out of the journal, and then you go, oh, well, no, I don't think I really did want to do that. You can push it back into the journal. Everything in here is meant to come out, be used, and then maybe put back into the journal. We have our 3x3 mini books here. They make excellent glue books. You know, if you're just kind of overwhelmed, I love this black and white image here paired with a black and white image. More black and white imagery here. This is from a Texas Instrument catalog. Remember when we used to use those calculator things? That seems like a super long time ago now. Things have really advanced. I love this little botanical piece. It is a napkin and is perfect for you to collage with. We have deli paper for you. These awesome garden pages. So you'll have magazine pages. You'll have art pad paper. You'll have vintage imagery, because I am big on using authentic vintage text in these books. I think that's really important. This is an authentic vintage piece right here. It is a contract. Vintage 1950 horse cartoon book, which is super neat. I also really do believe in giving you guys items that might make you think differently about some. I'm doing some altered text pages now, and we'll talk about that in another video. This is the bond for a bridge contract. Like I said, I think that was late 1800s. Anytime you see a paperclip on the edge of a page, that is a cluster. It's a curated assortment of goodies for you to play with. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 things for you to play with just on that one page. You can make art trading cards. You can, you can take that 3x3 mini book that's always in these journals and make yourself a glue book or make yourself a gratitude journal. There's just like no end to the things that can be done with books like this. They just keep giving. They keep perpetuating themselves. They're like, they multiply because you're taking items out. You're creating new items. You're sticking items back in. You're mailing items to your friends. You're using these pages to create art trading cards or art trading coins or you know, look at that. I mean, that would make a superb greeting card. Just these two colors together. And, you know, we all love a kitty cat. I think day before yesterday was Black Cat Day. It seems like the Dean Robert at Canterbury Cathedral in England said something about that in his morning prayers from Canterbury Cathedral, because they do have black cats at Canterbury Cathedral. And the cool thing is, you guys, that they have a cat, and his name is Tiger, and he, his right foot became infected with cancer, and so he had to have his foot removed. And he was the kitty cat that always drinks from Dean Jeffrey's milk pitcher. It's very funny. So, you know, Canterbury Cathedral, just Google it, and it's really funny to interact with somewhere that is, you know, in England, my friends. You know, it's just a real treasure in this time of COVID and in this time of shutdown and lockdown, that we're able to experience life somewhere else, that we're able to experience a joyful interaction somewhere else. I just wanted to kind of measure these for you. There's no, this is a 4-inch journal. Remember when I mail these to you, I squish them down, okay? And I wrap them in fabric so they stay really safe when they are mailed to you. I'm sorry, I'm going to name all of these after Molly Ringwald and Molly Ringwald characters in movies, because we've got the pink thing going on, and that reminds me of the movie Pretty in Pink, which I have never even seen, but I was a big fan of oh gosh, what was the one about the school in detention? That's going straight out of my head now. I can't remember, but you guys know what I'm talking about. We've got our 4x4 mini book right here. These papers are just absolutely gorgeous. Miss T sent us a bunch of paper, and I was so happy to have it. How fun it has been to work with such joyful colors. And you know, guys, I went out yesterday, and we're expecting the storm to hit around noon. And I thought it would be nice to go out in my little border garden. Now, I go out my front door, I go down my 2 steps, and boom, I'm in my garden, which really makes me super happy. But I did pick my zinnias and marigolds and my Aztec zinnias, which are amazing, y'all. Just so beautiful. They look like, almost look like carnations. They're so big and fat and full. And I brought them in the house, and I sat them in my windowsill over my kitchen sink, and I was looking at those colors of the flowers in relation to the colors of the leaves, and it's like those last blossoms of summer are mimicking the color of the leaves. It's really such a, you know, just such a spiritual thing to experience color like that. And then when you experience color like that, or you go outside and you're picking flowers, or you're having a bit of you know, interaction with nature, it's amazing how peaceful you feel, how different you feel just going out the front door and picking a few flowers, or looking at these crazy mushrooms that are growing in the yard. We got another little black and white expose here for you. Rice pudding with raspberry sauce. It's a vintage recipe. I thought that was really cool. Look at that cat. Is that not sweet? So, you know, to settle yourself, sometimes you just got to go out in nature. You have to partake of the absolute, again, this would make a stellar card, the absolute beautiful, mystical, amazing moments, you know, that are in nature. And when you think, that's, you know, when you really live in the now and you're thinking about the now, you develop an appreciation for color. And then when you say, well, I really appreciate that color, then what does that do? That sets up a wonderful rampage of appreciation, a rampage of gratitude and thanksgiving, that you have eyes that see and ears that hear and a mouth that talks and a brain that thinks. It's just such an amazing thing, you know, to just take yourself outside for just a minute. And if you're, you know, if you're not able to get outside, then Google some nature videos, because those are, you know, that's a great way to visit outside without going outside. We have a sweet little bead spine here, y'all. These fabrics, I forgot to show y'all this. Okay, so I had to piece these fabrics together. The fabrics were came from China on the slow boat, and they were, instead of being any kind of usable-ish size, were not a usable size, so I did have to patch. So that's what you see in the back on these books. Fresh flowers every day. I was just talking about that. I'm going to miss my fresh flowers every day, but hopefully, you know, we've had pretty mild weather so far in October, and so I'm thinking, you know, maybe I'll get a few more zinnias, a few more daisies, a few more Aztec marigolds out of my little garden outside. I've got tissue paper here for you to craft with, and we have napkins. This one is a peacock with a butterfly up here, just an absolutely stellar image for you to decoupage onto a page or canvas, or the cover of a book, or just to use. I'm really fond of using a glue stick and napkins on art trading cards. I think that they're really fun, and you would never think, well, that's going to work, but friends, it does. It's like unreal. So you put your glue stick on your art trading card. This is an item from 1956, hotel reservation, as a member of the U.S. Army. So that's super cool. Again, we have clusters. Clusters are curated elements for you to craft with. We have some fabric here. Again, a peacock fabric, which is really fun. State trailer sales. This is from Maine, a vintage piece, French vintage. Map imagery, because, you know, we can't go places anymore. Calendar imagery, where we would maybe map out a journey, and we're not doing that anymore. But it's okay, because we can always imagine, and we can always do things, you know, in our imagination and in our creative self, you know, within ourselves. We have the ability to go anywhere. Just close your eyes and go. Or take a trip on YouTube, you know. I've been doing a Tibetan meditation in the morning, and the prayer flags, the mountains, the burning incense, the bells, the prayer wheels really have resonated with me at this point in my life, you know, at this time of, you know, dis-ease and unsettlement. It's a wonderful grounding mechanism, and, you know, I can ground without having to go anywhere, you know, and it's really super cool. So we are almost finished showing you this one. I dig these flowers. Look, that's a hummingbird mix. Just start thinking about spring. I know it's going to be a hard winter, y'all, but just kind of keep your head in the keep your mind focused on the fact that nothing is permanent. Everything decays and dies, but, you know, it comes back. It comes back in the spring, and even our lives can get kind of off track, and you know, we may get depressed, and we may get anxious, and we may get unhappy, but you know what? It's a fleeting thing, y'all. You can make yourself happy, and sometimes you just got to take charge of you and make yourself happy. This is our Molly Ringwald Traveler's Notebook compendium here. I will break these out and put them on the Etsy store. These are our $25 journals. I hope y'all have a great day today. I hope you stay safe. See you soon. Bye.